there you are.
Sky told me to grab some scrap here.
Scrap you can grab. As for the control emitter, I'm handing it over as I was told. So it probably makes no difference to grunts like you. Don't mess with it. We've had a few accidents already. Now those accidents are either drooling in a corner or doing a little dance under the controller's spell.
What are all these preparations for?
We're planning a big surprise for the ward of the Dugas. But in order for our mousetrap to work, we have to wind it up first. And that's where the control emitter comes in.
What do I need to do with the emitter?
There's an abandoned complex beneath the Brumming factory. Inside you'll find the device the emitter is meant to be used with. Your job is to hook the emitter up to the device. Then get the heck out of there. Comms might get wonky, but we'll know when the job's done, rest assured. You figured out by now that the road we take leads to a better zone, right? I'm here to pave that road. Think about it. We're pushing the wards so hard they're practically gasping for air. Spark wouldn't be able to pull this off without the tours I've been whipping up. I can give your gear a makeover too if you want. You're one of the good guys now, you gotta look the part.
Where's your main base, by the way?
We haven't got one, duh. It's essential for our organization's operations, you dig? We're all about staying mobile and never leaving a trail.
Tell me more about this complex.
It's an old research facility, abandoned a long time ago, but I bet there are still plenty of secrets hidden in there. I've heard you've got a knack for exploring places like that. Some folks from Malachite used to go there all the time. Put your big boy pants on, take a look around, you'll figure it out. We're down here. See you around.
Something's wrong.
Supposed to stay on patrol. We've got an intruder inside the perimeter. Apprehend him immediately. He appears to be armed, Lieutenant. Proceed with caution.
No, you. arrived at the Promin facility to locate and eliminate any potential records related to Project X and the team. I immediately discovered an archived audio recording of Dr. Orlov's initial successful test. It was a sheer stroke of luck that this data didn't fall into unauthorized hands, given that it was essentially in plain sight. Efforts are underway to uncover any other Project X materials, including those pertaining to the modification of the Dugas into a Psi installation. November 8, 1976. Commencing stage 2 of the Dugas. Launch in 3, 2, 1. Receiving C signal. Processing information. Shutting down. Fascinating. We can consider this test a success. I believe we can proceed to the next stage. Nevertheless, located and secured fragmentary data related to the experiment to map the noosphere, including the location and interconnections of its synapses. The facility is in a state of advanced disrepair, with many documents lost to natural decay. Damn it, much of the equipment is literally falling apart in my hands. The scant information I've managed to salvage will be documented only in these reports. Ouch! Hurts! Where the hell did this desk come from? Fuck! Am I lost or something? I've located evidence of the facility's modification to ensure remote control of the Dugas from that damned Malachite. These rooms aren't even on my map, and the Ministry of Defense and Secret Technologies called it a comprehensive briefing. Fuck, it's a combination lock. How am I supposed to know if there's anything related to sea consciousness in there? Just great. Now I need to figure out the code. What the hell was Dr. Orlov thinking? What was that? Who's there?
Shoot to kill!
Vector, come in. Respond. Everyone, secure your positions and prepare for engagement. There's a good chance the enemy that took out the last shift will strike again. Okay, come in. You pulled it off, didn't you? I expected nothing less. And secured yourself a front row seat for the show. Right under the monolith's nose at the Dugas. So get over there quickly. You're the last one we're waiting for.
Ready for the show?
Depends. What's the plan this time?
You'll love it. We're killing two birds with one stone. The monolithians are all yours.
And what about the ward?
They're not your concern. I've got a little surprise cooked up for them. Just focus on the task at hand. While everyone's busy dealing with the mess at the checkpoint, you'll take over the underground comm center, then eliminate the leader of the monolith. I've thought it all through. This way, you'll come at them from their blind side. Any questions?
Why do we need the comm center?
To secure total control over the Duga. We can't afford to let our advantage slip away at the most crucial moment.
A surprise for the ward. What kind of surprise?
A very special one. All that matters is that they're going to be too busy to get in your way.
None whatsoever.
Now we wait for the ward. We've got some time, so rest up and prepare yourself. We'll wake you up when it's time. Rise and shine, Skiff. It's time.
Keep your distance, Stalker.
We have no other life beyond our devotion to him.
Getting hot.
For the monolith. The Monolithians HQ. If you can call it that. You know the drill.
Something.
tore the world asunder today.
You'd better explain why I had to kill the same guy over and over again.
They were illusions, phantom doubles, like those conjured by certain mutants. Who knows what other tricks the preacher has up his sleeve? Right now, he poses a greater threat to our cause than the ward. Head over to S.T.A.L.K.E.R and find S.T.A.L.K.E.R. He's a friend of S.T.A.L.K.E.R. He'll help us understand this tech and come up with a plan to tackle those doubles.
Freeze. This is a secure facility. No rookie stalkers allowed. Limited access, special permit required.
Have you heard about what went down at the Dugas? I was there.
Yeah, sure. So you're telling me the Monolithians wiped out all the soldiers at the Dugas, and you somehow got away without a scratch? Bullshit.
I got lucky. That blind preacher there's almost got me.
Faust? I hear he's calling the shots for the whole monolith now. You must have a lucky charm if you ran into him and made it out alive. All right, you're in. After the Dugas, our scientists' jobs will be a walk in the park for you.
Professor Ozerski says that my commitment to maintaining order stifles the flight of imagination. Well, flights are for airplanes. And in science, order is paramount. That's why I won't tolerate mess. No discounts, no let's make a deal, and certainly no I'll pay you next time. You pay, you get your goods, not the other way around. Is that understood? Good. If I were in charge, we'd be respected like S.T.A.L.K.E.R. There's so much potential here, and it's being wasted. It's disorganized. Can you believe it? They just funded a study to determine whether pseudo-dogs have a fifth limb? This is a circus, not a scientific facility. Here's what we've got. Here's what we've got. Have a nice day.
Break I've taken today.
A stoker says to a trader, I'll take
I can't concentrate.
When I left Garbage, I was headed for Pripyat, just like everyone else. Then I stopped just shy of it, as you can see. And I think I made the right call. Tech likes peace and quiet, and it's always messy in Pripyat. So if you need something fixed or adjusted, give me a shout. Just don't rush me, okay? No rush, I'll do it nice and slow. Yep, don't be a stranger.
Alrighty.
Fucking hilarious.
We're screwed.
That's so funny. I forgot to laugh. What should I name the one that sucks blood? He asks his colleague. Just write down.
Yes. What?
How do I choose?
Right. Move along.
Bloodsucker. The veterans call it a sucker, and the rookies just call it ah.
All staff, please note that S.T.A.L.K.E.R does not provide funding for experiments without clearly defined objectives.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Professor S.T.A.L.K.E.R, the director of S.T.A.L.K.E.R. If you intend to remain at the center, please avoid interfering with our work and treat all visitors with courtesy and respect. My colleagues frequently require stalker assistance to retrieve artifacts or conduct field experiments. Should you prove yourself capable, you may be entrusted with such assignments.
Tell me about Malachite.
S.T.A.L.K.E.R is the only place where we study the zone as it is. Here, no theory is labeled eccentric, and no field experiment is considered unnecessary. Even the smallest detail may hold the key to comprehending the fundamental patterns of the zone. Admittedly, those snobs at Circa mock our research, call it pseudoscience. But why listen to shallow pricks whose narrow-mindedness obstruct their own quest for truth?
I'm looking for information about the Phantoms. A monolithian called Faust conjured doubles of himself during a fight. I want to know how this is possible.
And I want to never have to hear about this subject again. But I suppose you're luckier than I am. The doubles you witnessed are induced illusions caused by psi influence within the Tau range. This Faust fellow appears to be employing older psi consciousness technology. Sea consciousness were the ones who extensively researched induced illusions and their impact on humans. Have you heard about the Wish Granter? That's their handiwork.
Sea consciousness? That rings a bell.
It was a faction of idealistic scientists from Project X. They aspired to cleanse the noosphere of the dark manifestations of human nature, to make the world perfect. However noble their intentions may have been, their execution was rather poor. In June 2006, a decade after the discovery of the noosphere, they tried to establish an unauthorized connection to it. The experiment spiraled out of control, leading to the emergence of the zone. It now serves as a warning about the perils of impulsive scientific endeavors.
Where can I meet the sea consciousness scientists? I need to learn more about their technology.
You're a few years too late. Sea consciousness ceased to exist in 2012 following the demise of all of its members. A stalker who goes by S.T.A.L.K.E.R managed to reach the generators after deactivating the Wish Granter. Then he gunned down sea consciousness. Evidently, he didn't take kindly to being used as a guinea pig.
I want to know more about induced illusions.
I'm not entirely sure we still have any books with enough information here at the center. The S.T.A.L.K.E.R archives would come in handy here.
I got them after the signal. They're saved on this flash drive.
Oh, that makes it so much easier. However, analyzing these archives will require a considerable amount of time, and I take it you need answers as soon as possible. Fortunately, the X network is up and running again. There's an abandoned mirror facility nearby. It was used to study induced illusions until 2008. If you can restart it and reconnect the mirror to Malachite, I could look for the information you need.
What exactly do I need to do?
Two things. Activate the visual projection center and calibrate the communication antenna. Mind you, configuring the antenna might require specific conditions. The older the equipment, the harder it is to set it up properly. I advise you to find an operations manual for the facility's engineering team and follow its guidelines to the letter. Talk to you later.
Howdy, eggheads. Care to tell me where Ozerski is?
Young man, I'd like to ask you.
Nah, don't bother. Just get Ozerski for us, alright?
Tell him we've got an appointment.
Ah, wait until you laugh your asses off when I tell you some home base kids. Fuck it.
There's a real breakthrough here. We've gone from incoherent noises, grainy visuals, and flitting shadows to a repeatable illusion, clear and vivid. We've finally determined the range in which C effects can produce distinct induced illusions. We're still lacking specific details and features for now, but we can already create projections of both physical objects and images born from the human subconscious.
malfunction occurred during the launch of the mirror. Clear the rails of any foreign objects immediately.
My initial hypothesis is confirmed. The sea influence within the ranges in which we operate at the center doesn't entirely cease even after a complete shutdown. We'll continue with the experiments on induced illusions, but all participants will receive specialized recovery medications from now on. Moreover, we are developing an emergency security system to shut down the station if the sea influence within its range exceeds acceptable levels. Professor Razumovsky has been transferred to the mainland and won't be participating in further research at this facility. I'm hopeful for his eventual recovery.
saw his yards off yesterday. Dead, ghastly and decomposing. As he walked around the corner, he passed me by with a blank stare. Didn't even look at me. Then the next morning he strode past me again, alive and well, and greeted me as if nothing had happened. Not a trace of decay. I checked the center. It's powered down. It was off yesterday too. What does this imply? Do these illusions continue after the VPC is shut down? Have we made them too tangible? Or perhaps the issue lies with me, and I'm seeing things that don't exist.
personnel, please proceed to your seats.
Thank you for establishing a secure connection. I was able to retrieve the information you requested. The Controller Project was responsible for the creation of phantoms as part of its research into induced illusions. However, all related data is highly classified and never went public. Fortunately, we have a list of the scientists involved in the project. If any of them are alive and in the zone, you may be able to get your information straight from the horse's mouth, as it were.
Do you know anyone on that list?
Regrettably, no. But I know someone who could assist you. Richter. He used to be a guide, but now his work mostly revolves around finding people. He's just a man you need.
This Richter guy's all over the place. Seems to know everyone in the zone. Where do you know him from?
If not for him, Scar and I wouldn't be working together right now. I was interested in meeting him, and Richter arranged it. I wouldn't recommend someone unless I was certain of their competence. Richter knows his way around the zone. If anyone from this list is still here, he'll track them down for you.
Do you know where I can find Richter?
When he's not busy with his clients, he usually frequents the 100 Rods bar in Rostock. Try looking for him there. You can ask our guide. He'll help you find your way there. Raspy's gone dark. Do we head in, or wait a little longer? Just hold on. We've got a little time left. Why does he always want to play the fucking scouts? S.T.A.L.K.E.R warned us against going in alone. Once he gets back, we're gonna remind him about how the customer's always right.
Please remember that assignments with the guide are scheduled on a first-come, first-served basis.
Another field trip? Look, at least let me... Wait, you're not one of them scientists. Whew. Listen, buddy, if you need to go places, I can help you out. But we gotta stop and take a break along the way, alright? These eggheads have been up my ass all around the clock. Take me here, set my equipment up there. Man, I should have stuck to the swamps. Where are we going this time?
Come here, bro. Don't be shy.
Want to trade?
Stay safe, bro. And don't be a stranger.
Hey, man. I see you're back, huh?
No, I'm just passing through.
Come on, cut it out. It's payday, right? And you're thinking about what to do with your paycheck.
Well, I did get some overtime this week.
Good for you. And it's the right time to place a couple bets. That overtime into double time. Well...
Here's the Polovin. No clinking glasses on this one.
He seemed like a decent...
Did you hear the news? Freedom and duty are at it again. Now I gotta sit here and wait for duty to storm in, take Rostock back, and execute me as a traitor. But for the moment, it's mostly just threats. And I've still got work to do. So, what's your poison?
Calm him down. And then he pulled his gun out.
I've got a solid selection. Plenty to choose from. So long.
You want to chat?
I need to find some people. Ozerski mentioned you might be able to help me with that.
You're making some friends, I see. Ozerski is a man with a heart of gold. When he's not being pain in the ass, anyway.
You seem pretty popular yourself. Are you some kind of recruiter? Bringing folks to Strider, mingling with scientists, cozying up to S.T.A.L.K.E.R. And you keep popping up wherever I go, too.
Must be the zone's will. Nah, there's a plenty of recruiters here without me. By the way, there's that stalker who showed up after the signal, S.T.A.L.K.E.R. Ever heard of him? He's a legend around here. I hear he's putting together a new crew. He doesn't like what's going on in the zone and he wants to shake things up.
What happened to his old crew?
I could tell you they found lots of rare artifacts, left for the mainland, and lived happily ever after. But in reality, not everyone made it back from their trip to the monolith.
What's S.T.A.L.K.E.R. up to? What's his plan?
That's something you gotta ask the man himself. And if he doesn't trust you enough, you'll never find out. S.T.A.L.K.E.R. is the type who keeps his plans to himself.
How can I find this S.T.A.L.K.E.R. guy?
Nah. I might have said too much already. Either the zone's gonna help you, or S.T.A.L.K.E.R will find you himself. But I don't think you two would hit it off right now. As long as you and S.T.A.L.K.E.R keep looking for the Shining Zone, you better stay away from S.T.A.L.K.E.R. He doesn't trust or cooperate with anyone. Can you really blame him?
I found folks in the zone I can trust. S.T.A.L.K.E.R just needs to try harder. Speaking of which, do you know anyone on this list?
I know one of them, Dvupalov. He's a real grump when he's sober, which, thankfully, isn't often. He's usually holed up in his old hideout and doesn't entertain visitors. If you want to talk to him, you'll need to bring him a collar from a mutant. He used to do some research with the collars, and now he just collects them. Talk about sentimental.
Is this the type of collar Dvupalov collects?
Wow! You've certainly been around the zone if you've managed to find one. You're shaping up to be quite a stalker. Now that you have the collar, you're good to head to Dvupalov's hideout. I'll send you the coordinates. If he asks you for a password, the answer is leash. Remember, if the professor offers you a drink, don't turn it down. It'll make the conversation smoother. But don't try to outdrink him either. You won't stand a chance. See ya.
Well, nice to see you, man. Just come over when you got something to say.
None of us were fond of the wardens, but at least they brought some order. Now we've got war.